Here we go with part 5 of tabulation problems. In the previous year question, they have asked a similar question. So we'll be solving two problems in this video. Along with that, I'll be discussing 3 more problems so that you will be able to solve it by yourself. Okay. So here, the number of students in a problem 1. The number of students in a college in 2018 was 800, out of which 400 were girls and the rest are boys. In 2020, the strength increased by 120 girls and 180 boys. In 2022, the total number of students increased by 20% over 2020. The number of girls in 2022 was 440. So let's solve such kind of problems so that we should be ready for any kind of question in the examination. Solution for problem 1. In 2018, total number of students in a college. How many were there? 800 were there, out of which 40% were girls. If 40% were girls, how much? 800 into 0.40, that is 320 were girls. 40% were girls. How did I get it? 800 into 40%. 800 into 40% is 320 were girls. So if 800 are total, out of which 320 are girls, boys are 480. Right? 480 boys. Total 800, 320 are girls, 480 are boys. Correct? You don't need to write like this, just I am telling you, highlighting it to you so that you can understand it. Next, in 2020, the strength of girls increased by 120 and boys increased by 180. So earlier girls were 320. Correct. Now it is increased by 120 extra. So how much? 320 plus 120, that is 440 girls are there now. 440 girls. Boys, earlier 480 boys were there in 2018. Now 180 additional boys has joined. 480 plus 180, that is 660 boys. Total how many students are there? 440 plus 660, 1100 total students are there. Correct. So total 1100, 440 girls, 660 boys. So next, in 2022, total number of students increased over 20%, increased by 20% over 2020. In 2020 total were 1100, right? 1100 total were there. In 2022, 20% additional of 1100. First we need to see here, 1100 into 20%, how much? 1100 into 20% is 220. 220 is the 20% of 1100. Earlier there were 1100. In 2022, additional of 1100 plus additional of 220 plus 220, that is 1000 1320 total students are there. 1320 total students are there. Okay, out of this 1320, they're saying 440 are girls. Total are 1320. Girls are 440. So how many are boys? You should tell me that. How many are boys? 880 are boys. 880 are boys. Right? So now you got total girls and boys. Total 1320. Girls are 440. Boys are 880. So for all the 3 years, 2018, 2020, 2022, you got the data of girls and boys. Now you need to tabulate that. Tabulation. You need to draw it properly in your notebook using scale pencil properly. You cannot copy how I am drawing it here. Okay. So here, year, gender, year 2018, 2020, 2022, gender, girls, boys, total. In the year 2018, how many girls were there? Let's see. 320 girls, 480 boys. 320 girls, 480 boys. 320 girls, 480 boys. Total 800. Next, in the year 2020, 440 girls, 660 boys. 440 girls, 60 boys. That is 1100 total. In the year 2022, 440 girls, 880 boys, total 1320. So this is how we need to tabulate it. Next question, question number 2. Question number 2 here. In the year 2015, a factory had 600 employees. How many employees were there? 600. Out of which 25% were women and the rest are men. If 600 employees are there, out of that 25%, that is 600 ka 25%, how much? 600 into 25%, 150 were women. If 150 were women, the remaining, that is 450, are men, right? So next, in 2018, the number of employees increased by 80 women and 120 men. So here they have given the number, how many number of employees has increased. By 2020, the workforce grew by 15% compared to 2018. The number of women in 2020 was 280. Let's see. Wait, let's solve it. This similar question has been asked in the examination also. So you cannot ignore this part of the tabulation problems. You need to learn it. Seriously, you need to practice it so that in the examination you should score 5 out of 5. The 5 marks may not be bigger for you now, but in the examination it makes a difference. Okay, so you should not ignore anything. You should learn each and everything, and also most importantly, the statistics which you have this semester, tabulation or the measures of central tendency, measures of dispersion, index numbers or anything, or the charts, diagrams which you learned, bar diagrams, pie chart, everything that will be asked in your competitive examinations when you will be writing some KPSC examination, UPSC examination, prelims, mains. They may ask you such kind of questions. So it's important that you have a basic knowledge of statistics. Okay, so learn this seriously. In 2015, given solution, given question number 2, solution, given in 2015, total employees, how many? 600, right? 600. 25% of 600 were women. 25% of 600 were women. So let's see how many. 600 into 25%. 600 into 25%, that is 150. So 150 were women. If 150 were women, how many were men? You know that 600 minus 150. 600 minus 150, that is your 450 are men. Now you know in 2015 total were 600 employees, 150 were women employees, 450 were men employees. This is done. Next, in 2018, number of employees increased by 80 women, 120 men. So earlier in 2000, let's say men. First we'll take women because they have given women first. Earlier there were 150 women. This is old, correct? 150 women, old. Newly 80 women has come. So total, that is 230 women are there in 2018. Next, men. Old 450, right? Old. Newly 120 men has joined, correct? So total 570 men. 570 men in 2018. 570 men in 2018. So if we total 230 women plus 570 men, how much? 230 plus 570, 230 plus 570 is 800 total employees in 2018. So now we have total employees 2018 were 800. Next, going to 2020. In 2020 the workforce grew by 15% compared to 2018. The total workforce, that is earlier in 2018 800, right? 800 ka additional 15% has come. So 15% how much? 800 ka 800 into 15% is 120, 120, that 120 has increased in 2020, that is 800 plus 120, that is 920. Total are 920 total employees, out of which 280 are women. They are saying in the question the number of women in 2020 was 280. So 280 are women, means 920 minus 280, that is 640 are men, right? So we got it now. 920 are total, 280 are women, 640 are men. So this is the data we have got. Now we need to tabulate this. Tabulation. Correct. Year, gender. Gender, women employees, men employees. Total employees. Year 2015, year 2018, year 2020. So in year 2015, how many women and how many men employees were there? Let's see. In year 2015, 150 women, 450 men. 150 women, 450 men. (150 women, 450 men). We know that total is 600. Total is 600. Next, in the year 2018, 230 were women, 570 were men. 230 plus 570. 230 plus 570. 230 plus 570 are 800. 800. Next, in 2020, 920 were total. Women are 280, men are 640. Women are 280, men are 640. Total 920. Got it. So this is about the problems, how we need to solve the tabulation. Next, question 3. Question 3, 4, 5. I will explain it to you. You can solve it by yourself. Then you will learn it. If I keep solving it, you just copy it in your notebook instead of learning it. So you should put effort. Ultimately, you are going to write your examination. It is not me or any of your teachers. Okay. So here the population of a town in 2010 was 5,000. The total population in the year 2010 was 5,000 people, out of which 48% were males and the remaining were females. That you have to see, 48% of 5,000, you may get 5,000. Let me close this and expand this so that you can see the question properly. Okay, so you have to see that 5,000 का 48% is 2,400. So 2,400 were males, means remaining that 2,600 can be the females. That you know that. In 2015, the male population increased by 600. So the male population, that was what you had got, in that 600 additional you have to add up. After that, from female population you have to add up 400. Then you will get 2015 data. In 2020, total population grew by 10% compared to 2015. So whatever the total population you will get in 2015, that with that you have to see the you have to calculate the 10%, add the 10% number with the previous 2015 total population, you will get the total population of 2020. In that 2020 total population, what you get, 2700 are female. What they have said is 2700 are female. So once you get the 2700 female and you have a total population, you can find out the male population and later put it in a table. So that is about question number 3. And the question number 4. In 2016, a school had 450 students, of which 60% were boys and the rest are girls. So you have to calculate how much is the 60% of 450. You will get one number, that is boys, the remaining are girls. In 2018, the boys increased by 70 and girls by 50. So you have to add 70 with the boys of 2016 and 50 with the girls of 2016. You will get some number, boys and girls, and add up the total of boys and girls of 2018. You will get one total number. In 2020, the total student increased by 12% compared to 2018. The number which you had got, total number in 2018, of which you have to calculate the 12%, and you will get the other additional total increased total in 2020. In that, 330 are boys, remaining are girls. That is what you have to calculate that. Next, the other question here, question number 5. The number of workers in a textile unit in 2017 was 700. So total 700 textile workers were there, out of which 55% are males. So the remaining are females. You know that. In 2019, the strength increased by 90 males. Additional of 90 males and 110 females has come in 2019. In 2022, the total workers increased by 18% over 2019. The total workers which you will have in 2019, male and females together, on that you have to take 18%, add that 18% number. Later you will get the 2022 data. From that, 380 are female. So the remaining are male. That you know. In the same way, there is a question which asked in the examination also, which you can solve it by yourself, so that you have expert knowledge in the tabulation problems. I hope that all the 5 videos has made you expert in the tabulation problems. It's all about how well you practice. You can take the screenshots of the questions which I have mentioned here, solve it by yourself, so that you become very much expert. See, if you have a doubt or what are all questions I have solved here, you can take the screenshot of each of these question bank which I have prepared. All the questions, question bank is here. You can take the screenshot so that you can solve it by yourself. Take it quickly. I will count 1 2 3. Okay, 1 2, question number 1, question number 2, question number 3, question number 4. Next, question number 5, question number 6. This is a previous year question which you can observe here. You can solve it by yourself, which I have solved. Similar kind of question which I have solved, that will help you understand and solve this question. Next, the other type of questions, the second type of questions, question number 1, question number 2, question number 3, question number 4, question number 5, Okay, question number 6, question number 7, question number 7. I missed something, wait 1 second. Question number 7 is here. 6. Question number 7. After that, practice question 1 again, the other type of questions. Practice question 1, take a screenshot. Question number 2, question number 3, question number 4, question number 5, and the other type of questions which I solved today now in this video. Question number 1, question number 2, question number 3, question number 4, question number 5. So almost around 20 questions are there in this question bank, which will help you become an expert in all the kind of questions which they ask you in the examination. Okay, once you are thorough with all these kind of questions, definitely 100% you will get 5 out of 5 in the examination if you are thorough with this, if you practice it by keeping a notebook. In my classroom, it is compulsory for all the students to solve all these questions. Okay, almost 20 to 25 questions my students have solved in their notebook. In your classes also, it is necessary for you to practice all these questions, keeping in mind your examination as well as for competitive exams also. I hope that this unit has completely helped you in the exam, and the next I will be starting with unit 3, measures of central tendency, where learning about mean, median, mode is important. Thank you very much. Share the video with your friends and colleagues, friends of our other colleges also, so that they can also learn it. Thank you.